this up to record. So we are recording. I think we are all set to go. I apologize. No, actually, I thank everyone for being on the call and bearing with me while I try to figure out this whole technical thing. But I guess we'll go ahead and get started with our call this evening. Tonight's topic that was picked out was utilizing all the tools in your toolbox. And as a metaphor for essentially, you think of a construction worker, and a construction worker is only as good as not only the knowledge that he has, but the tools that he has available to him and fully utilizing those tools. So what good is it if he has a toolbox full of the most impressive tools to accomplish the job, but then never uses them, right? So my goal with this call is to kind of pick you guys' brains as well, but also to touch on some of the things that you like to utilize when you're using to prospect with individuals. What are you using to help you teach classes? And as far as Vital 180, I thought maybe we could a little bit go through the website of what is available for team members so that they can fully utilize all the tools that are within their toolbox. So feel free, those who are muted. Let's start with the first point. What tool do you like to use the most to grow your Young Living business? It looks like Leah's trying to unmute herself. Yes, we are recording. Yep, we are recording. I will start then. I'll get the ball rolling. So one of my favorite things is, Leah's hand is up. Go ahead.
I'm not muted now. I didn't want to interrupt either. My favorite thing on there, and I posted how awfully behind I am compared to some of you guys that have like graduated silver. My favorite thing on there is the Star Planner. By far. I love how it comes with the memory jogger, all of it, and you fill your schedule, you'll be successful in this, and that's basically what it's helping you do.
Yeah. I totally agree. I actually, Dana and I were talking earlier about Vital 180 and how important those training courses are, because I know that for new team members getting started that actually want to pursue and want to help others to learn, finding where to start is kind of hard. But the nice thing about having a system like Vital 180 is the fact that it's, number one, it's duplicatable, right? And number two, it's not tailored towards any specific type of person. So anybody can do it, which is really important. For us to have growth within this organization and within this business, it has to be something that's simple, simple to use, and something that's duplicatable, right? So if we're not taking advantage of something like Vital 180, I highly encourage individuals to do it. I'm trying to pull up here, because I did pull up the Vital 180 B2NL course. So who here, has everyone been through all of their B2NL for their rank?
I'm still working on the senior.
Still working on, go ahead, Jennifer, say it one more time.
Oh, I just, I kind of forgot about it. And so I'm doing the senior star one now. I need to watch the videos and finish it up.
Okay. Tashina, I know Tashina was on us about it a long time, so I know Tashina has done her B2NL.
Yeah, so I did finish all of the silver, through the silver, and once I finished the silver, I did hit silver like 3 months after I finished it. But I did realize that, I was trying to do some just reflection of what else am I missing, what do I need to do to go to the next level to actually grow my OGV. And I did realize that there's a lot of things that I did not implement from executive and from silver, and there's 4 books that I haven't gone through. And so in the last week, I wrote down what those 4 books were so that I can do them one of probably the most crucial things that I am going through right now and that I need to do and need to be better at is the CoActive coaching is the book that I'm going through right now, because as a questioner, I have internal drive. And so in my head, it probably was like, well, if they want to do it, they're going to do it. But that's not the case. I have to drive from my side as a leader people to actually fill it out and ask them for it, because 41% of the people in this company are obligers and they need you to hold them accountable. And so I would definitely say that for a person that does not have that internal drive and for a person that needs accountability, put it on your calendar every week to go through it, because it really truly does open your eyes as whatever level you're at to the things that you are missing. And I really believe that it has all the tools that you need to make that actual rank. And it became very clear to me what I'm missing when I went back through and said, what have you not implemented from the executive? What have you not implemented in the silver training? Go do that, and you should be able to start moving forward.
Mm-hmm. I think it's very interesting because like Jennifer said, you said you've looked at it a little bit. Tashina said you've gone back and looked at it. And I know that especially for us with Sarah's book, The Game Plan, it is a great training system, and everyone has been kind of game plan heavy, which is a great way to grow. But I think if we're not utilizing all of our tools, then we're kind of handicapping ourselves, right? So I wanted to share this because there's two things that I actually like about Vital 180. I'm going to try and show this here. Let me see if I can find this. Can everyone see that? Can everyone see my page now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so they're nodding. I do like in the B2NL with the training courses. So like for us, you can see that they have all the way from star to silver, but they give you the average amount of people that it takes to reach that level. So I feel like that's very encouraging, especially for a new person who's starting, because or a person that's trying to hit star, it tells you that you need an average of 5 to 10 people. So I think sometimes when people get into this business, they think that, and they see the numbers on the income disclosure statement, and they see what it takes to reach certain levels. They're not looking at the average team size and realizing that it's a team effort. So I feel like that B2NL is still so important, because now you're talking about developing your skill set, and where something like the game plan is going to give you step by step how to share your oils, how to have a party, how to do things and grow organically on Facebook. I feel like B2NL is all encompassing, and it's going to give you the skill set to be able to do this business regardless of how you choose to grow. And all the tools are there. But I know that for me, my favorite is actually using here the business in a box. So Dana and I just did a class. We were just getting home from a class actually 20 minutes ago. And she knows that I love to use the presentations from Business in a Box. So you have classes such as, I got my oils, now what? So this is a great tool to use for an individual that just got their kit and we're looking beyond the starter kit. Or I know sometimes I've used it for team meetings. So these are for individuals maybe that have gotten their kit a while ago, or maybe those who haven't ordered in a while, to help them see what's beyond the starter kit. They have the home detox class, which is a great one if you're talking about chemical-free living. There are recipes inside of that class, and all of them are PowerPoints that actually, some of them actually give you the wording and a script that come with it. The most popular one I use is Intro to Oils. I love that class because it's short and concise. It takes them through the starter kit without feeling like we have to have all of the information on hand. And then if you click actually in the Business in a Box, like I'm using Intro to Oils as an example, they actually give you the invites and PDFs to hand out in your class. So you can see here, you've got invitations. When you want to invite individuals, you have the handouts for the education. They also give you the promos for the month. and enrollment forms, as well as the class PowerPoint. They have a planning guide for helping you plan your class out, a wellness consultation for individuals that come to your class, for them to fill out and for you to help them fill out and set wellness goals. So I know when I was talking about utilizing all the tools in your toolbox, everything is there. It's not hard to grow this business, and it's not hard to do this business because all of that trailblazing has been done. All of the hard part has been done. It's just, are we taking full advantage of it? So I'm going to stop sharing right there. But I'm going to open it up to those who are on the line as well, if they would like to share any other tools that they are using or what they have found successful to help them out in the business. Also, if you can, go ahead and mute yourself, because when Zoom picks up noises, it will show your face. And so those who are not talking, go ahead and mute yourself. But I encourage all to share, what have you found that's in your YL toolbox to be beneficial for you?
So if I could just add some of the stuff that you didn't touch on there, the Vital 180 also has prospecting tools. The Simply Sharing Guide, I use that as a prospecting tool. I just put my label on the back of it. And then they also have follow-up tools, because you can sit down with the Vital Life Guide, and that has that wellness consult in the back of it. You can send the welcome guide to your new person, which walks them through Vital 180 if they take a look at it. And then there's also other tools in there that you can purchase in order to build your team. Like there's some Jim Rohn CDs, the 4-year career that you can gift to someone when they hit star. 25 to life can be purchased directly on there and come with everything. So it really does have all the tools that you need in order to grow your business. And as you get into the executive level, and again, this is some of the stuff that I personally was not using, was it has a way for you to mentor your star so they can get to senior star. It has a way for you to mentor your senior star so they can get to executive. And that's the stuff that I need to start using. They also tells your new person how to actually have a class. And then the Grow Guide, which goes through all of the income for you. It breaks it down. Like you don't have to try to get up on the website and remember all that stuff. It's all there for you in the Grow Guide. So
yeah,
there's
that's
tools.
Excellent. There are a ton of tools. Thank you, Tashina, for that. Anyone else would like to share what they find beneficial? They are economical to have printed in bulk. The share guides, right? And double-sided. Okay.
Sorry, it's the blue in me that makes me have to say it when I'm thinking it, or I will forget it. So I was typing it while Tashina was talking.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
The one, there's in the Business in a Box intro class, there's a 1-page double-sided, and I've seen Dana's just printed them black and white simply, which is fine. I printed them on my really lousy inkjet color printer, and my mom had a whole slew of them printed from Vistaprint, double-sided, and they were like 27 cents a sheet. They're gorgeous, and I can't think of a better way to do it than that. And I use those. I put my label in. I get a little label because there's not a lot of room on there. Yeah, there it is right there.
I'm trying to pull it up for you so that others can see.
Yeah. There's, I had to put a little label on it, and it kind of covers stuff, but I squeeze a label on there because you should put your name on absolutely everything that you're ever going to hand out to somebody else. You never know whose hands it will end up in. And I passed it out. I was passing those out at vendor events, but I told the people when I did the one vendor event, I'm like, you can only take it if you text me to sign up for my free text class. And I had taken the same oily tidbits that I do to new members, kind of modified it for a prospect, and let them take this in exchange with one of the little sample sachets. I let them take that for home with them. And then I had their contact information, which gives me that opportunity to follow up and invite them to classes that are local to them.
Yeah. And I think something like this is so great, Leah, and I'm glad that you brought this to our attention. Because the reality is this: the retention levels of individuals that come to classes is not going to be extremely high unless they've been taking notes the whole time. A lot of the information that we give them, they might forget, right? So what better way than to send them home with all the information that we went over in the class than with something like this handout. And like Leah mentioned, put your name on everything so that they have all of your contact information, so that they remember that, hey, I attended a class that Leah hosted, or that Tashina hosted, or that Sonia hosted, and I'm ready to get my kit. Here's all their contact information, all the information I have, or all the information that they need, and they can go ahead and get started then. So that is a great tool to share. There was something else that I was going to mention, but I can't remember it off the top of my head here. I'm sorry.
Okay, so some other just tools for those if they're not yet, and if you're watching the recording, you know, is your team. Your team is a huge tool that you should be utilizing. So we have our Facebook group. If you're not putting your new people on Facebook, then they're missing out. And if you're not plugging into Facebook classes or public classes that have been posted, then you're missing out as well. So that's another thing where if you may be newer to the team and you're like, or you feel like you're by yourself, I don't know if I can have a class. We post those on Happy Oilers for a reason. We post them for you to plug in, to join us, to help grow your team. And we know that a year from now, when you're an executive, you're going to be doing those classes and we'll be able to leverage you as well. So never feel like you don't have a right to join in and start, you know, getting into those. If it's a public location, you are more than welcome to come. Even, you know, that's what Shannon Hudson does. That's the culture that she promotes here, is to make all of the classes public. When we do our online classes, we say, please go back to the person that referred you here. When we do our public classes, if we don't know the person, we say, please go back to them. So make sure that you are leveraging all your team. That's the whole beauty of network marketing, is that you don't have to build this business by yourself. You're able to do it with a team.
Yeah, you actually helped me to remember my point that I was going to make. So maybe we were thinking something similar, Tashina, but your upline is like the hammer in your toolbox. So for those individuals, I know that not everyone is great at closing. And as you continue to work on how to close a person, a great tool to use is your upline. So so Tashina's saying in the group, she's saying edify. So edification is very, very important when you're talking about your upline, because this is somebody that you have major respect for, that you look up to when it comes to the business of Young Living. Or maybe they might even be a close personal friend of yours. And here's the thing about people that we talk to. So individuals that we work with in our inner circle, they know and trust us, but they may not always trust our business decisions or life decisions. So our upline helps to edify and pretty much verify that everything that we're saying to this individual is legit. So use your upline leadership. If you're having any troubles, don't feel like you're doing it by yourself. But even if there's a question that you don't know the answer to, if you just need help closing somebody, if you need someone to help you teach a class and you've never done a class before, feel free to use those avenues, because it's going to help make it easier on you. It's like you can either try to nail a nail into a wall with a screwdriver, or you can use your hammer. I know me personally, I want to use my hammer because it's way easier. So thank you for that, Tashina, because you helped me to remember that. Okay. I'm not keeping track of time. How are we doing on time? Because I know that we started a little bit behind. So tap into leaders of colors that are opposite to you. Very good point, Leah. So for those that don't know what Leah's talking about, she's talking about the different color personalities. So your greens, your yellows, your blues, and your reds. So whatever might be I don't want to say a weakness, but if you're having trouble relating to a certain color personality type, we fortunately have a lot of leaders that make up those different color personalities, and you're more than welcome to tap in those. Go ahead, Leah.
I was just going to touch on what I was meaning by that too. If you're a yellow-blue, you probably find Tashina extremely intimidating. become her best friend. Because she's going to be awesome at the exact things that you're opposite of. And so she's going to really help you with that side of it. If you're red-green, tap into one of our leaders that, like, I'm very blue. You're welcome to tap into me. My mom has got a lot of yellow going on there. We've got cross-line people on this team that have a lot of yellow. Think of our nurses. So they post on Facebook regularly. They are available for you guys to reach out to. They would answer any of your questions, whether they are your downline, your upline, or your crossline. That's the kind of community we have. So tap into people that have the opposite traits from you, and you'll find that they help you grow in those areas.
Yeah, very good point. So with that being said, I say it's call to action time. So today is only the 3rd of December. And my wife and I went back and forth on this, and I really wanted to hit on this early in the month because I want to encourage all to go ahead and look into the tools that are available as you plan out your month. So with today being the 3rd, look at planning your classes, your parties, your get-togethers. I know as a blue, I like parties, so I'm looking at planning parties. But look at your tool set that you have available and how it can help you to improve on what you're doing, or if you're just getting started, to actually help ease you into this business. So I say look at B2NL. If you are not star, or if you're just starting out, do all the way up through the star training. If you are senior star executive, do all of the training that's available to you in B2NL and start with there. Get those classes planned for the month. Tap into your upline to see what your upline is available to support as you plan out your month, so that you can really rock out. November and December are 2 of the highest months as far as OGB revenue for the year, especially as the weather continues to change and people are thinking more and more about their health and wellness. December is a great month to build and to rank up. So think about planning out your classes now, so that you can early in the day, early in the week, early in the month, late in the year, because it's December. But
well, and even I was just going to add to that too, and remember again, every month you want to start early in the month, but especially in December, because people are going to start falling off. People are going to start getting involved in the holidays and things like that, and getting busy. So you really want to take advantage of like these first 3 weeks of the month, like really, really push hard, really go run, and everything else will kind of fall into place. But if you kind of push it off and don't get started till next week, or don't get started till, you're going to run out of time. So just like run.
Yeah. So Leah mentioned in the chat, it is a 3-week month because of the holidays. So get cracking early. I definitely would suggest that. And then because we are down to it looks like our last 5 minutes here, let's do some promotion. So if you have any events already on the books that you guys want to promote, now would be the time. Yes, Leah, you can share a shameless plug.
Sorry, we've had so much growth on our Facebook page that we're not taking away the business stuff that's been posted there, but we are finding that page is an enormous wealth for education, and we want it to be just that. We'll still post interviews with other cross-line there. That's definitely a place where we want to pique interest for it. But Julie has started the Julie's Book Club. She wanted to be able to have in-depth discussions and to have it in a chat. Things get buried too easily. So she has that group, and that is for anybody that wants to. They don't even have to, frankly, be all that interested in building businesses with Young Living at all. It's a great place to have a book discussion on a business topic, or even just for your own personal growth. So right now that she's discussing soup in that group, and it's fantastic. I think that, we're just starting it, and we're already getting some conversation rolling on it. And I know that it's really got the wheels turning for me. The other thing is we wanted to establish a place where we could do more in-depth business conversation for people that are certainly already interested in this as a business. So we figured the best way to establish that is they've hit star and they've enrolled 2 people. Basically, they've had a successful class, So once they're doing that, we can move them into this other group if they're even interested, and if you even want to utilize it. It's entirely up to you and how, like Tashina and Dana, you guys are leaders of your own team if you even feel like it's something to plug them into. But basically all it is giving us like an IPA each day to work on. It helps keep us, especially the blues. Tashina probably would not even need this group, but especially the blues, it's to really help us keep on track to help our business grow and move forward. And that one's called Faith, Hustle, and Oils.
Okay. So when we repost this video, feel free to add those into the link so that people know where to find those and they have a clickable link. So thank you for that, Leah. Any other classes or parties or events? Continue to promote for Shannon's event for the next rally that's in January. I do want to mention that.
Yeah, January 13th. Make sure you get your tickets. We're doing Family Feud.
Yep. So we definitely do want to promote for that, but anything in the month of December, if you would like to promote. I have 3 minutes left.
Yeah, so I have an online intro to oils class. And there's already some of our upline has said they're coming and they've invited their people. They're leveraging it. So we already have some crossline people that are also leveraging it. And it's just going to be exactly out of Vital 180. So again, if you have never had a class, if you're still feeling like I don't know what to do, or if you're far away and you want to start building on Facebook, it'll be wonderful training for any of the 650 people that are on Julie's team. It is a public class. It is open. There's tons of upline and crossline that will be there, and you don't have to do the work. So I've already created half of my videos for the class, so you just plug in and you learn. So share it on your Facebook page, and remember to invite people via text message or Facebook Messenger. It doesn't count if you just invite them to the class, because they also got invited to Tupperware and they got invited to like 17 other things, and they're going to ignore it if you just invite them. You have to Facebook message them or text message it out, or it does not even count. And then I'm also going to be doing an online rally in Spanish. So just share it on your page, because you don't know of the 500 people you know who know someone in Spanish. So share that on your page as well. Like, you just don't know. Just every time you see an online event, mark yourself as interested so that it shows up on your page. And then if you have somebody that gets interested, then you can go with them. And I mean, it's such a huge thing to leverage. So, and I believe, Dana, we're probably going to have some more in-person.
Okay. Yeah, your internet's cutting a little in and out, but thank you. You feel free to post that in the comments as well. Okay, so we are down to the last minute. We have taken almost every nugget of time that Zoom is giving us, but I do want to thank everyone for tuning in, and that's great that we're having so much good interaction within our team, and that you guys are taking time out of your busy schedules and lives and staying up late with us to take in this information. So I do want to thank everyone for being on the call this evening. Continue to grow and progress, and we look forward to seeing everyone next week. So till then, everyone stay oily, be blessed, and we'll see you then.
Bye, guys.
Everyone have a good night.